What is up, you guys? It is your boy Justice, and I am back with another video. I'm very excited about today's video. I truly think you guys are going to get a lot of value out of this video. Today's topic is going to be seduction. Now, when most people hear the word seduction, they immediately associate the word with an erotic meaning, with a sexual meaning. But in reality, life is a seduction. Whether it's you starting a new job and you want your coworkers or your manager to like you, or you're trying to grow quickly in the corporate ladder, you need to be seductive. Not in an erotic way, but in a general way. You need to be seductive on your day-to-day life with the normal interactions that you have in the street or the networking that you do. You need to be seductive. And obviously, with your significant other or somebody that you want to be your significant other, you have to be seductive. I've been studying this topic for a very, very long time. If you guys want to do some further studying outside of this video yourself, I'm going to recommend the book The Art of Seduction by Robert Greene. I read the book about 3 to 4 times now. You can read the physical copy or the audio book. But personally, I absolutely love that book. And today I'm going to be teaching you guys 3 ways to be very, very, very seductive. And you can use this, like I said, with anybody, whether it's a manager and you're trying to move up in the corporate ladder, or it's a significant other, or a person that's not your significant other, but you're trying to attract them to be, or you're trying to make them your significant other. This video is going to be for anyone that is just trying to be a more seductive human being overall, which is a lot more important than people know. So let's get straight into it. I'm going to give you guys 3 different tips today to instantly make yourself a more seductive person. The third tip is going to be the best by far, so make sure you stay to that. This is coming from a person that just 2 years ago, I was single. I was hooking up with people. I was drinking, partying, smoking, doing a bunch of dumb things. And now I have a beautiful significant other that would be a perfect mom, a perfect wife to my kids. She does anything that I can possibly imagine, from cook, clean, suck dick, whatever you want to imagine that your perfect girl would do. My current girlfriend does it. And it was all because of not only me attracting her, but me seducing her when I first met her. So I'm going to give you guys 3 tips to help you become more seductive right now. The first tip is going to be distance. Now, I want to give you guys the perfect example of this. 2 examples, actually. The first example is me and my significant other. We obviously lived together. I took a work trip to Vegas about a month ago, and I was gone for 5 to 6 days. Throughout that time, we've probably noticed the love that we have for each other way more than the 2 years that we lived with each other. And when we finally were able to see each other again, we cried, we were emotional, we were so happy. We felt like we had just met again. We felt like we had just fell in love again. It was because of the distance that we had. Now, another example would be, say you have a big friend group and there's one friend that all of a sudden you're just not really hearing from. They're not texting in the group chat. You haven't seen them in a few months. The whole friend group in general, they're going to start wondering. They're going to start missing. They're going to start saying, whoa, where's this person at? And that distance is going to create seduction. It's going to make them miss you. It's going to make them want to see you, which is about what seduction is about. It's about somebody yearning for you. So that's why distance is so important. So if you're trying to get a girl, or you're trying to get a girl that you might feel like is out of your league, you need to show that you're interested and then give distance. Anybody that's too needy is non-seductive, anti-seductive. I mean, it goes into all of the things that I talk about on my channel when it comes to the law of attraction. If you need it too much, you cannot have it. If the universe thinks you want it, you cannot have it. You need to assume that you have it already in your head. But when it comes to an actual individual, you can also do the same thing, assume that you have that person in your head, but you also need to apply these seductive techniques in order to properly seduce them. And the first one is going to be distance. So do not be under their ass. Give them distance. Distance is seductive, I promise. Allow their brains time to brew the thought of you up and to think of you and to yearn for you and to miss you. And I promise you that when you actually see that person, it's going to be a different feeling compared to if you were texting them every day, calling them every day, in their face every day. You need distance. So that's going to be the first tip for you guys. The second tip that I have for you guys is detachment. You have to detach from the outcome. So, for example, if you like the girl and you want to attract or seduce that girl into your life, you need to detach from the outcome of you actually dating her. Do you care that you if she likes you? No. Do you care if you guys date? No. That's where the detachment comes in. That nonchalantness and that detachment is going to show in your guys' interactions. It's going to make her like you more. It's going to make her wonder deep down. It's going to make her second guess in her head, like, wow, like this person I thought that they liked me based off their actions, but how detached they are from the outcome of us dating, how detached they are from the thought of me in general. It's making them feel away. It's making them think, do they even really like me? Eh, am I good enough for them? And now you have the thought of you brewing in their head, which is the start of seduction. When the thought of you starts brewing in their head when you're not physically present, that is the start of seduction. So that is going to be the importance of detached from something. It goes into anything I've talked about on my channel before with the law of attraction. You have to detach from it before you can actually get it in your physical reality. It's just like if you were a salesman and you're talking to somebody over the phone, you're trying to sell them something. They can sense the need and the urgency in your voice. They can sense how attached you are to the sale in your voice. But if you can take a step back and be detached from the sale, the prospect can then realize that and say, wow, this person doesn't need the sale. They don't need me to buy from them. And psychologically, it makes them want to buy from you more. So that's the second tip for you guys, detachment. Now, last but not least, the third and best tip, in my opinion, it's going to be childhood discovery, guys. So I did this with my girlfriend. I've done this with multiple people in my life, even when I was trying to get promotions and things like that in work. You have to find out what somebody was missing when they were a child. Everyone yearns, their biggest desire is to get what they did not have when they were a child. So, for an example, if you meet a girl and what she lacked when she was a child was the feeling of love and protection from her father, once you find that out, you can then insert yourself in that position and do exactly for her what she was missing when she was a child, because that child is always in us. It never leaves. Even if it's diminished, it never leaves us. So the moment that you can awaken that childlike spirit in that person, oh, it's over. If you were the one that awakened that childlike spirit, if you were the one that put them back in that mindset that they were a child again, they will love you and never forget you. I guarantee this, because everyone deep down yearns and desires for what they were missing when they were a kid. I'll give you guys the perfect example. When I was young, I grew up with a single mom, me and my sister, and I think me and my sister both just had the subconscious feeling that our mom favored the other person. We both had that feeling that we weren't getting enough love and attention and support from our mom or whatever the case may be. So me growing up, I always looked for in women somebody that was going to be very supportive and that was going to overly love me, not just love me in a regular way or in a nonchalant way, kind of how we're talking, but overly love me, show me so much attention, never leave my sight, be all over me. And it was simply just because deep down, I felt like I did not get that from my mom growing up. I felt like I didn't get enough feminine love growing up. So because of that, anytime that my significant other is overly loving me, being overly affectionate, overly supportive, it is so seductive. Like I think down in my head, like, oh my God, I love this girl. I never want to leave her. I want to marry her. There's no one that will ever take me away from her. I would never cheat on her. And all these positive thoughts because she seduced me by just finding out what I missed when I was a kid, what I yearned for, what I desired, and she gave it to me in my adult ages. Which what it did is it awakened that childlike spirit in me. And children love like no one else. They love like no one else in this world. They love unconditionally. They love unselfishly. So if you can awaken that childlike spirit in that person, they're also going to do the same thing. They're going to love unconditionally, and they're going to love you for awakening that childlike spirit in them. They're going to love you for giving them what they always wanted when they were a kid but never got. So if you guys like this video and you guys got value from this video, please just hit that subscribe button, share it with a friend, and also hit that like button. Comment down below what type of videos you guys might want. I love you guys. Let's go.